Hail Internet, it's Paul, it's Matt, the Dork Lords. Today, we're talking about Episode 4, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 on Paramount+, the episode entitled, A Space Adventure Hour. It's a holodeck episode, directed by Jonathan Frakes, who was in a few holodeck episodes himself.
I see.
We open with a scene from a sci-fi show called The Last Frontier, a parody of Star Trek featuring Kirk, Chapel, and Ortegas all playing caricatures of their Enterprise counterparts. Kirk is essentially Zap Brannigan, complete with the line, "I wrote the book on space jurisdiction, and I am known for my diction." Like, okay, all right, yep, got it. We end with a montage of outtakes from The Last Frontier, including Kirk trying the Frakes maneuver on the captain's chair and failing miserably. I assume that was like a little Easter egg to the director. Yes. And in between, we have a mystery on the holodeck. All that said, Paul.
Matt.
What'd you think of Episode 4?
So, I had to adjust my expectations.
Okay.
Initially, I was not very pleased at all.
Okay.
But upon a second viewing, I was able to forgive a few of the things that rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of humor in that, and sometimes I think I'm not crazy about their sense of humor. No, however, I did like the progression of the La'an-Spock relationship.
Right.
You know, I typically don't try to solve mysteries, so, you know, it was good enough for me, the fact that it was Spock all along. And also it was Scotty that had to be told, and that was fine.
That was fine, although I will say, I didn't get much from the... Scotty needs to learn to ask for help. Like,
yeah.
It felt a little tacked on, and then it's Scotty. I mean, he's arguably the most competent crew member in Star Trek canon. I mean, he's like the universe's best IT guy. You just leave him in his engineering corner, let him work his magic. But I get it. Yes, right. Team important. Got it. It felt a little flat. That's all.
Yeah, but it was okay. I mean, certainly all the touches they put in there. I appreciated, you know, Una Chin Riley as the Lucille Ball, and
right.
You know, it's funny how much they like to cast Pike as these sort of over the top, ridiculous characters in these little fantasies.
Yeah, yes, because they did that back. Actually, that was the least effective episode in season 1.
Yeah, that's what
I remember. We were like.
Is still leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes. It was such a notably, in our minds, I mean, it's been forever since I've watched it, but I do remember it was like every other episode in that season, we were like, this is like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, and then it was that one, and it was okay. You get every season gets one.
Yeah.
And
season 2, I would say the musical episode was that for me. But the the crossover with Lower Decks, I like that one. So they can occasionally get a comedic episode that works for me.
I did also like the line, I believe it's Chapel's character says when they're talking to the Yagonians who want their brain cells, and she says, "We can't give them our brain cells. We need it for many science reasons." I like that line. So good on them. There was some ha-has in there.
It's interesting that you cite Futurama more than William Shatner there. I mean, you could certainly say that character is doing a William Shatner, but
I'm definitely doing a William Shatner. I think Phil Hartman even said at the time, like, for Zap Brannigan, I'm imagining what if William Shatner was the captain of the Enterprise, not Kirk, but like just William Shatner, and so that's kind of where it's just so over the top. It was very over the top.
Yeah.
The backstory for this is that When Lon was rescued from the Gorn, she was given a series of detective stories featuring Amelia Moon,
Yes.
and that character became Lon's hero. And so when she's asked to test the new holodeck, which they throw in, they try to make it cool for canon. They're like, look, it's not fit for purpose, so we're gonna put this on ice until the next generation.
I thought you were going to say fit for canon because they acknowledged the recreation title that they had in the animated series.
No, okay, well, that good call on that one too. But I mean, just to say, like, the holodeck didn't exist obviously in the original series, so
Right.
they had to find a way to be like, okay, we're going to use it, and then find a way that obviously you wouldn't use it again in the near future. And so that's kind of what they did there.
Yes. Then they had Pike be as disapproving of the technology as he was with hollow conversations.
Right.
It's like, oh, I don't want that. I'm old school. Oh. It's like, okay, Pike.
And just to mention, you were saying that they were having Anson Mount play humorous characters in these things. So I would say he was playing a version of Roddenberry.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
I would say The Last Frontier. And so you have basically two humorous devices. You have The Last Frontier, and then you have The Mystery. The Last Frontier was humorous. I felt like it played like a comedy sketch that went on a bit too long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
In many ways, that was like, you could accuse the regular look of this show to be a parody of the original series. It didn't feel like they were trying so hard, and I feel like it's because they were trying to make it distinct from what they normally do.
Well, there's also a danger of doing, and in this case, it turned out to be basically an entire episode because they kind of carried these hammy, overly dramatic characters even into the holodeck stuff. And there's a danger in doing the deliberately over dramatic parody performances for that long.
Sure.
Because part of the humor, what you're saying innately is, we're better than this, but hey, doesn't this suck in a humorous way? And the danger is that your audience might be like, yeah, it does suck, actually. I don't think I'll let's see what's on Netflix.
You're reminding me that this kind of sucks.
Right. So I do feel like the mystery plotline also overstayed its welcome a bit I was getting impatient with it. I was like, okay, where like what are we gaining out of this? There were some moments where I was like, okay, I'm not invested in this mystery, except for the point that, like, oh, we have to solve it to save the ship, okay.
In the middle of watching it, I had to stop and watch Our Man Bashir from Deep Space Nine, which had Bashir and Garrick in a holosuite, and something goes wrong, and so they have to play out the scenario until the end. And it was better.
Seems
it was superior.
But generally speaking, okay, very very good. I know you're a big Deep Space Nine fan as well.
I am indeed.
So, generally speaking, the holodeck sketches have always felt a little bit lazy. It's like, how do we put Star Trek in a different genre? Like, oh, we'll just give them a room that does it for them. Okay, then you're like, then it's just a hologram, so there's no stakes. Well, what if it dangerously malfunctions every damn time they go in it? And so, you've had obviously a series of some. You mentioned Our Man Bashir, but you've got Elementary, Dear Data, Fistful of Datas. We'll always have Paris.
Yeah, they clearly, it's certainly a nod to that with like an adversary that I could, it's like
correct,
just like in Data, where it's like, oh, this guy's even smarter than Moriarty, because he has to be as smart as Data.
But also, I thought an analog to this episode would have been The Long Goodbye, I think is what it was called. There was a series of ones where Picard was a private eye. He was Dixon Hill. And so he'd come in and solve a mystery in that kind of a setting. So it just felt like that's kind of an analog to Amelia Moon as well.
Sure.
The holodeck episodes, their mileage varies a little bit here.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Is The Last Frontier an actual show in the Star Trek universe? Like, if so, then it's similar to what we just covered, the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon from Murderbot, where it's like a show within a show.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would assume it's not.
I mean, maybe the show was created by the holodeck, but if so, then why create outtakes? I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, the fact that evidence was in those outtakes is perhaps reason enough.
Okay. Good call. So maybe it's a holodeck creation because it also uses those, it uses Kirk, for instance, in Chapel. So there's not new actors. Anyway, just a thought. It'd be interesting if it is like that was somehow the they had a parody show that eventually took on a life of its own. But as you mentioned, this is what makes this episode maybe not in the low end of things is that it is a character development episode for Lon, and she realizes that she's developed feelings for Spock, and then he has feelings for her. They end with a kiss.
Yes.
So she now has feelings for Kirk and Spock.
I forgot about that.
The two men most responsible for marooning and killing her ancestor. And then Spock's this is like the third romantic relationship for him. T'Pring,
well, you're right.
Chapel, and now Lon.
Yeah, and you would think that in some way they would be trying to bring back T'Pring just so that it's set up for the first season.
Amok time.
Amok time. Even if it's just sort of like, hey, something, a conversation that they're having, long distance conversation, maybe.
Right. So I'm not sure where this goes. Where does the Lon Spock relationship go?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he has to be single by the time that comes, so she probably moves on too.
I mean, I guess here's one possible plot development. When Corby inevitably dies, probably in a few episodes, Chapel might not be able to run back to Spock now, right?
Wait a minute, why would he die in a few episodes?
Well, I mean, just in the timeline.
Right, but he'd have to die without the crew of the Enterprise seeing it. Unless they reshoot that episode, she doesn't know that he's dead until the end of the episode.
Oh, great point. She just thinks he's just on the planet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good call. I didn't think about that. So in other words, maybe they break up before he heads off or something, or I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't think they're broken up. I think it's like, I'm seeing my fiancée.
But then he doesn't see her for like 5 years. So it's like
right, but they're not broken up. I don't think.
They just have a long distance relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then never mind. That's not a plot development, Paul.
Yeah.
We figured that out in real time. All right. And obviously Lon isn't around, when they go pick up her ancestor.
Definitely not.
That. So at the end of this recap, what I'll do is I'm going to add an excerpt from a Star Trek parody sketch I wrote called Death of a Red Shirt, in which I played Ensign Willie Loman. And I get killed by a Gorn. So it's actually on point. Anyway, but I'll just throw in a little ha-ha there. But anyway.
Wow.
So your opinion of it was you were maybe a little disappointed by the holodeck part, but you liked the character progression for Lon. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, because when I think even more about scientific reasons why they're like, oh, we need more power that's being sucked away by this, holosuite, that wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah.
That wasn't anything great. I mean, I guess ultimately I ended up appreciating the work that went into it in terms of trying to recreate everything and all the Easter eggs and all that.
Okay, so it was a little comic relief episode. I assume we're
which
gonna get back
I'm glad
into,
they're doing it. They should continue to
even
even if they scare me with puppets.
Yeah, agreed. Oh yes. Apparently there are puppets coming for season 5. Anyway,
4,
not this season.
I think.
Is it 4? Okay. Puppet episodes. All right, let's do it. Let's see what they got.
Yeah.
they swing for the fences on these
Yeah.
genre swings, and you know, sometimes they're going to miss on some of these, but I actually appreciate the fact that they're trying it, and I'm good with that. Yeah, we'll see what the next episode brings.
Sure.
Good sir. All right. Well, we'll be back talking about episode 5. Thank you as always, Paul. Appreciate it, good sir.
No problem.
And we'll talk to everybody next time. Bye.
Attention must be paid.
Great job, Ensign. You distracted the Gorn.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh, is he? I wasn't paying attention.